I want to welcome everyone to the 2025 APH National Coding Symposium. We continue our adventure today by focusing on student engagement and success. We hope to inspire you to recognize that coding is fun, challenging, and can be accessible for everyone. We hope that our dynamic blend of speakers with diverse experiences and presentations inspire or potentially change your perception of coding and recognize career paths and the opportunities that are available in coding. Our learning objectives for today, overarching, we have learning objectives that have been shared out through our communications, but our overall arching learning objectives for today that we hope to accomplish are: one, we hope you discover at least 3 resources for accessible coding programs. Two, identify both digital and tactile materials for students to use. And our third one would be to explore at least 2 accessible common programming languages taught in schools. Okay, I think we've got everything that we need to get started. So I'm going to turn this over to Leslie to introduce our first presenter for today. Leslie, go ahead.
Thank you. And as a quick reminder, there are accessible handouts. The link to the folder containing those was sent out in the reminder email, but we can also put that in the chat. There was also some information on if you wanted to follow along the workshop later this afternoon on LaTeX. And I will also mention that all the links that our wonderful presenters will be mentioning, we gathered as many of those as we could in advance and put them in one document in that shared folder. And we will try to keep those updated if others organically show up throughout the day. But that is about it. And I am going to very happily introduce you to our first presenter. Our first presenter is coming to us all the way from across the pond, and we will be hearing about JetBrains IDEs, smarter tools for bigger code, presented by Michael Whapples. Take it away, Michael.
Hello. Firstly, just to introduce myself, I'm Michael Whapples. I'm a software developer at the American Printing House for the Blind. And one of the biggest projects I've been working on for, I think it was since 2014 to the current date, is Braille Blaster. And that is actually quite a big piece of software. And it was part of the inspiration for this talk that when you learn to code, you're sort of learning with just small projects, maybe 1 file, then it gets a little bit bigger, 2 files. But when it starts growing, you need something a bit more powerful than just a simple editor, especially when it gets to something like Braille Blaster with well over 1,000 files of source code. So you need better tools, and that's where the JetBrains IDEs, which is the tools I use for writing Braille Blaster, come in. So JetBrains, they have a selection of different IDEs on their website at jetbrains.com. You'll find IDEs for languages like Java, Kotlin, Python, C, C++, Rust, most of the main languages. There's a few more obscure languages they don't have an IDE for, but there may even be a plugin. Now, I'm not going to show installing those. The only bit I will mention is there's 2 ways of getting it. There's a toolbox application, which is somewhat accessible, but I've had issues with it in the past. So I've normally done download the actual installer and just manage the installations separately. And also, while just talking about the different ones they have a variety of different licensing out there. There's normally a community or free license, which doesn't have all the features, but it has most of the important ones. And certainly at an early stage, it will be good enough. Until this year, actually, I've been doing Braille Blaster with their free community version. So it's pretty powerful, but then they do have paid for ones with slightly more features, supports additional frameworks and libraries. And they also have some educational licenses, which will give you those extra features. So that's sort of an outline of what the JetBrains IDEs are. Now I'm going to show in this talk actually developing an application and some of the features that just help you get around software that's a bit bigger. So for this, I'll share my screen. So
layouts and options are shown below. Select a window or an application that you want to. Tab control screens tab selected. Entire screen sharing options list box. Use arrow keys to select. Maximize layouts window work. Content only one of or choose a layout. Share sound select this option if you want checked. Select sharing sound mode menu button. Optimize for MIDI. Optimize for share screen button. Screen sharing meeting controls window.
Hopefully my screen is now shared.
Mute, show thumbnail video, selected alert, mute, currently unmuted, Alt plus a button.
So if I now launch, IntelliJ is there one for Java and Kotlin and other JVM based
search window, IntelliJ IDEA 2010.
Could I just confirm?
Notification, welcome to IntelliJ IDEA search.
Yes, your window's open.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when you first launch IntelliJ, now there are a couple of settings that are actually useful for accessibility. When you first install, actually, it will prompt you about the first one is whether to enable screen reader support. But because I've already installed this and used it, it's not prompt asked. So, but if you ever have an issue where for some reason the accessibility doesn't seem to be great, it may be worth going into the settings.
Options, welcome screen categories, tree view, level 1 project select, remote develop, level W, DevCont, level 1 Kotlin, customize select, plugins, learn select, customize selected 4 of 6.
Okay, so under customize.
Options menu, appearance combo box of reference, name equals islands dark, theme ID.
So we'll find in here, there's an option for enable
sync with OS checkbox. Combo box island, show schema, language, region, IDE font, adjust color, how it works, the key map, combo configure, import setting, all setting, panel build number, IU2, all settings, link.
I need to do all settings.
Settings dialog, settings categories, tree view, appear, shift zoom, use cust support, use adjust color, how it works, use sim, compact, drag and drop, smooth scroll, all range, enable mnemonics, use project, enable mnemonics, display icons, keep pop-up, so main menu, show indent guides, checkbox not checked. Main menu, combo box, show above main toolbar collapsed.
And actually that setting there about the main menu, that is the second one I wanted to highlight. That if you have it as the menu bar show above main toolbar, that will actually make it a little bit more accessible and should work with the Alt key. It's that you can have IntelliJ hide the menu bar, and in that situation it doesn't work with the Alt key. So that's the two settings I would say: the enable screen reader support and the main menu option.
Show indent guides check. Use smaller indent. Show tool window. Side by side layout. Show tool window. Side by side widescreen. Remember size zoom. Hide. Cop editor. Cop help button. OK button.
So that's the settings windows, the main ones, but there's loads and loads of settings in there. You can even customize your menus, shortcut keys, stuff like that. Too many to go into in this talk. So I'll just, for now, close.
Welcome to IntelliJ IDEA. All settings. Link.
So I want to create a new project. I'll be showing you how to create a dice rolling app, and it will be one that can run on both desktop and also as a web application. So if I go to
panel build number IU, welcome screen categories, tree view, level 1 project selected one of,
and then I'll select new project.
Options menu, search new project button. New project dialog, new project, more via search edit lang, project types list, Kotlin multi-platform 30.
So the type I want to create is a Kotlin multi-platform one. Now, as I said, this is more about the tool. So there's going to probably be a lot of new concepts for you in the actual code. If you could just sort of bear with it a little bit and more watch what I'm actually doing with the software with IntelliJ to actually change the code rather than getting stuck on the detail of what the code itself actually is.
More via plugins.
So I need to name the
name,
project.
edit demo.
I will call it
ED.
Dice Roller.
Dice Roller panel project will be created in idea projects Dice Roller location. Edit.
It's suggesting in my user directory under idea projects, that will do as the directory.
Browse. Shift plus create Git repository checkbox checked.
Now, IntelliJ does support version control systems like Git. So normally I would suggest you do enable Git. That is a topic maybe I'll cover if there's time at the end.
Group. Edit com.example.
The group, that is a Kotlin thing. It's also the package name. Again, that's sort of code specific. So if you're not familiar with Kotlin, for now, just accept that you need to give a package name and that will do. What's there by default, com.example.
Artifact. Edit Dice Roller.
The artifact name, again, it's a bit like the project name and it's a Kotlin thing. So just accept that.
JDK. Combo box detected. JDK version equals drawl VMC 25.0.1 VM25.
Now we get the option to set the JDK, the Java runtime that it uses. And I think for Kotlin multi-platform, we actually need Java 21. So I will change that.
List drawl VMC Eclipse senior in 25.0 Eclipse senior in 21.0.9. New project dialog. New project.
So I've selected Java 21 and that should be enough now to get it.
Android checkbox checked with Compose multi-platform UI framework.
I forgot that bit. We need to select the platforms that we want it to run on. As I can't show you Android,
not checked.
That.
iOS checkbox checked.
I've not got the stuff to build iOS.
Not checked. Desktop checkbox not checked with Compose multi-platform UI framework. Checked.
I do want it to be a desktop.
Web checkbox not checked.
I do want it to be a web
checked.
application.
Combo box share UI collapsed.
The shared UI thing is for the web application. It will use the same stuff as the desktop application. You can do it using another web framework like React. But for this, I want to use shared UI.
Server checkbox not checked with Ktor framework.
Server, no, there's not going to be any server end.
Include tests checkbox checked. Help button show help.
So that is actually all of the things for creating a project. So I'll go to
create button alt.
Create.
Warning dialog directory C. Users Michael idea project Dice Roller is not empty. Ignore and continue. Yes button alt plus Y.
Oh, okay. It's telling me that actually I forgot to delete the Java run that I did earlier. So I will give this a different name.
Cancel button. Search edit that project. More by name. Edit Dice Roller. Warning. Panel project will be created in idea project blank.
Let's just put it in my user directory. That should do.
RPAEDI. Browse. Create root object. Welcome server. Include help but create button alt. Welcome to IntelliJ IDEA. New project.
Okay, so now it will churn away a little bit and create the project for
Dice Roller IntelliJ IDEA. Dice Roller IntelliJ IDEA. Readme.md tab control. Readme.md tab selected 5 of 7 notification. Microsoft Defender may affect IDE. To avoid performance issues, exclude the IDE 49%, 62%, 88%, 98%, 64%.
Now, we'll do a lot of things getting the project ready. We can start moving around the project even before it's actually ready.
Level 2 idea select. Compose app selected. Level 3 SOS.
So Compose app is the directory where it's actually creating the application inside the project. And SRC is for your source.
Level 4 common main selected collapsed 1 of 6.
So we've got common code under common main.
Common test select JS main selected collapsed.
Java script specific stuff for the web under JS main.
JVM main.
JVM main for the Java specific code for the desktop application.
Wasm JS main select.
Oh, and Wasm JS, that is actually for the web application for when it uses WebAssembly rather than JavaScript.
Web main selected collapsed 6 of.
And web main is actually like the common bit for all, both of those two, the JavaScript and the WebAssembly targets.
Level 3 build, level 4 web main selected collapsed. Okay. Level 3 SRC.
Let's see what.
Level 4 common main selected. Level 5 compose resources select Kotlin. Level 6 com selected expanded 1 of 1.
Not yet quite ready. I will just try and prod it along.
View menu selected. Tool windows. Commit alt plus do. Terminal pro notify learn higher Gradle. Dice Roller IntelliJ IDEA Project Tool Window Panel Break Select Prod Downloads or Link Gradle Execute Break Toggle Offline Analyze Dip Show Die Expand or Collapse or Build Tools Tree View.
So I'll try and get Gradle just to build, possibly.
Readme.md tab.
Now, actually, it should be, but in case it is the issue I had in the original recording of this, I will show you actually how you can set the JDK
File menu
and other project specific settings. So if we go to the File menu,
open reset close remote dev settings, the project structure Alt plus
under Project Structure,
project structure dialog project default
like,
settings for all.
So for a project, we can actually find the JDK it's going to use.
Name edit Dice Roller
And a few values about the project.
combo box Brawl MC25 Brawl VMC 25.0.1.
Okay, so it's changed it for some reason to Brawl VM.
List Brawl Senior in 21 Eclipse Senior in 21. Project structure dialog project.
Setting it.
Edit button Alt language panel used browse. Help button show help. Panel compiler output. Language level. Combo box JDK 25 collapsed Alt plus L. 25 pre 24 24 23 23 22 and 22 pre 21 record patterns. 21 pre new string templates and 20 no new 21 record pattern.
And
project structure
target to 21.
Panel use browse. Help OK button. Dice Roller IntelliJ IDEA read.
Okay, so hopefully now it will be
project tool with
a bit more likely to get there. And this is actually worth sort of saying that potentially sometimes actually the environment for building software can be so complicated that
level 1 scratches
to have the IDE tools to help you actually manage the environment.
External library level 2 settings .readme.md cipradlu.path cipradlu.gradle.property dice roller.iml IntelliJ module files.
So actually I'll just get it to resynchronize
build.gradle
file.
level 4 JS main selected collab. Readme.md tab control. Readme.md tab new menus backup and serial copy and grade hierarchy grade. Dice Roller IntelliJ sync tool window panel. Project.
So
level 3 SRC selected. Level 4 common main selected expanded. Level 5 compose resources Kotlin. Level 6 com selected expanded 1 of 1.
I can hear my computer's definitely working away at some things.
Level 1 Dice Roller C. Users Michael Dice.
It's getting there now.
External app scratches and connect dice. Level 2 add compose Gradle selected collab compose app module. Level 3 SRC level 4 common text. Level 5 Kotlin selected. Level 6 com selected expanded 1 of 1.
As I said, it does take its time.
Level 7 example selected. Level 8.
While I wait for it, shall we just... so you may have seen me moving about this, that actually it's probably worth me explaining some of the hotkeys I was using. So this tree view that I'm in here, I got to it by Alt-1, and that shows you all the structure of all your files in the project. And that's quite a key part to this, of navigating through your project and seeing what's there. Now I will actually go ahead and try and get it to create a new file.
Dice Roller selected expanded 1 of 1.
I'll actually go into one of the files.
Level 9 compose app common test.kt selected 1 of 1. Level 8 Dice Roller selected. Level 9 compose app level 7 level 6 level 5 Kotlin level 4 common test select. 68%, 98%, 42%.
It's finally here.
51%, 90 external line scratches level 2 grade compose app module. Level 3 build SRC selected collapsed. Level 4 common main common test common main. Level 5 Kotlin. Level 6 com.exam.
Okay, so now it's obvious to me at least that it's actually is now ready. It's properly compiled it and checked it all, because where we used to have com and then example and dice roller as directories, it's showing it as com.example.diceroller. So it's identified it properly as a Kotlin package. So as I said, this is all in the project view. So if I
Level
go
7 app.
into that package, we've got an app.kt. So that's the main application code file. So if I press enter on that, that will take me in there.
App.kt tab control. App.kt tabs.
And JetBrains creates a sort of stub sample project for you. So you could have a look through that
Blank.
yourself if you sort of do some similar stuff to this later. I will show you some quick navigation stuff in this. So if I go down, we'll get to a line that's about, it would be something like greeter.greet.
In blank at format var column mod dot save com dot mod column. Var show content I remember mu column. Var show content I remember mutable state of false. Material theme var column. Modify equals modif dot background dot save dot fill map horizontal alignment. Button on click equals show text click me. Animated visit val greeting equals remember greeting dot greet.
Okay, so that this line I'm on, it's val greeting equals remember left brace greeting dot greet. Now the remember part is again to do with the Kotlin, the Compose framework. If you've done Android development, you may recognize this as being part of the Compose framework, and that's actually what the whole of Kotlin multi-platform Compose is based on. But to show you one navigation you can do, if I take the cursor to the greet bit, I can actually skip to the definition of that by pressing Control B.
Greeting.kt tab selected C. Users
So
Michael
that's taken me
Dice
there. And within this, then I can, it's actually taking me across to a different file. And I can have a read through that.
Return hello.
Okay, so let's say I've had a look through this now, and it's like, yeah, that's interesting enough. And
Return hello.
I want to go back to where I was, or see what calls this function. So I can go to that, the definition of the function.
Fun greet string.
And I press Control Alt H.
Colors of greet tool window panel action toolbar panel tree view level 2 app com.example.dice roller.
So it's come up with tree view, and we can see that app calls it
level 3 main com.example.dice.
And this actually shows that the call hierarchy, the tree goes deeper and deeper for all the things that are calling those. So like in this case, app is being called by main.
Main com.example.dice roller.
And because it's multi-platform, we can actually see the different main functions that are calling it, the one for the web application, the one for the desktop application. So let's go back to the app.
Main level 2 app com.example.dice roller public selected.
I can press enter on that and it will just
app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected.
It takes me back to where I was. So that's some very handy ways of navigating about. And as I said, Alt 1
project tool
gets me back to the project tool if I wanted to cursor through that. So let's write some code. As I said, writing a dice roller. So I guess the first thing would be create a function to actually create some random numbers for the dice. So I'll select the package.
Level 6 com.
And then go to new in the file menu.
File menu selected. New menu selected. Alt plus N. TypeScript file.
And there's loads of nodes because, as I said, I've got the paid for version of IntelliJ. So I want to find Kotlin file.
JavaScript Kotlin notebook package. Scratch file alt file. Kotlin class / file.
Yep.
New Kotlin class / file window. Name edit.
I'll set it to use the template of just file.
Templates list class 1 of 8. File 2 of 8. Name edit blank.
And I will call it dice.kt and press enter.
KT. Add file to Git dialog. Add file to Git do.
And IntelliJ is asking me about whether I want to add to Git. And for this, it's not very important because I won't actually be committing anything to Git. But I'll say yes, I will, because that's my standard practice for when I'm working on actual projects.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. Dice.kt tabcan.
Okay, so it's put me in the code editors, and I will create a random number generator. And this will only be specific to this file, so I'll declare it as private.
List private 1 of 4.
And we're getting code completion suggestions. So private has come up. So I'll press
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. Dice.kt.
And I'll call the variable. Oh, and yeah, I need to tell it that it's not going to change. So val.
Val dice roller IntelliJ idea. List random act. Dice roller IntelliJ idea. Dice dot
equals, and then
list random Kotlin dot random 1 of 6.
And when you're in the code completion suggestions, you can actually cursor up and down. So if I cursor
random seed long Kotlin dot random 2 of 6.
So we can see that I can actually pass in a seed value, which I will do.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. List instant Kotlin dot time 1 of 6.
And I will pass in the current time, so instant.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. List now instant 1 of 11. Now instant 1 of 52.
Now being the current time.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. Dice.kt.
And it needs to be a long number, so I'll do
list so epoch milliseconds long 1 of 59.
To epoch milliseconds, that will do.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. Dice.blank.
Okay, and now let's create the actual function for doing the dice. So for this, actually, I'm going to use some interesting Kotlin things. It will create a sequence of dice values. If you are used to Python, that's like a generator. Otherwise, think of it a bit like an infinite list.
List fun 1. Dice roller IntelliJ. Dice roller IntelliJ ID.
Call it roll dice.
Die.
Takes no parameters. Equals.
List 1 generate get platform. Get generate sequence next function. Greater T.
Again, we're getting the code completion suggestions. So generate sequence, that seems like the right thing.
List val 1 of 4.
Not actually interested in the suggestion it's just come up with. Not
rand.com.example.dice roller random 1 of 73.
So I typed R there and it's suggesting rand. That is fine. It's my random number generator.
Rand.com.example.dice list next int 1 of 82.
And I want to get the next
int range.
But I want it to be within a range, and it is actually suggesting me an int range.
Dice roller IntelliJ.
And using Kotlin syntax, that would be 1 ...
List object all rand no suggestions 1 of 1. Dice roller 6 dot.
So that will do for that, and that
dot.
is my
6
function declaration for this. So I can now do Control S to save. And now let's do some of the actual user interface.
Project tool. Greeting selected dice app.k.
So in this, we'll just get rid of a lot of this code that it's come up with.
Column. Modify equals modify horizontal. Image painter resource res dot. Right paren image pay text. Right brace select text image select horizontal modify column smile greeting animated visibility show select text button on click equals space. Horizontal dot fill max dot stop modify column var show content I remember mutable state of for line feed var show content space.
Okay, so I need a variable for the actual dice scores.
List one of dice s space.
And I want it to be a list.
List dice roller dice roller IntelliJ idea app dot.
And now there's going to be a little bit of that strange notation that I said was to do with the compose stuff, which would be by remember.
By list remember calculation. List var 1 of 635.
And it needs to be a mutable state of.
Mutable state of val. Mutable. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control.
And list off.
List of Kotlin.collect. Dice roller stay right line feed.
So that has created a variable for the dice scores. I'm going to be thinking a little bit ahead here. How many dice? Because this could roll multiple dice at one go. So we'll create a variable.
Dice score lang.
So I'll declare another variable.
Dice roll. Dice num of bounds. Dice one of dice.
Dice. I don't actually need to give it a type here. It should be able to infer it.
By list. Remember cal. List. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C.
And we'll why not have 10 dice?
Stay right line feed.
So that should be my variables for what I need. And now let's create the user element, the UI elements.
Column modify .save .fill max size horizontal alignment. And
I'll create it inside this column element so that they should be all vertically above each other. So let's have a text field, which will be read-only, and it will show all the values that have been created.
Text field value. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C. Users Michael dice.
And the text it will show will be from the dice, and I need to map that to a string. So
list dice scores list less integrator dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control.
It will be dice scores.
List join to string transform join to string separator.
Again, using the code completion, I can see there's one that takes a separator as well as a mapping function, so I'll use that.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab.
Want them to be separated by a comma and a space.
Right paren. Line feed. Right paren.
And it will be mapped using string one of it. Dice roller intent. The string. That'll do.
Right paren.
And make it read only.
List read Kotlin.io read null Kotlin read only equals boolean 3 of.
Again, using code completion, we can see what parameters the function even can take.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C user.
And
list true 1 of 4. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.
I need to specify on value change, although it will actually do nothing when the value changes in this field because it's coming from the application.
List on value change equals 3.
Again, as I said, you can see that it's even suggesting parameter options.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control.
And just make it an empty
line feed
function. And to make this interesting, I'm actually going to have it that there will be a text field to show you the count of each face. So how many ones, how many twos. So again, text
list
field.
Text string modifier equals text field value string dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control.
So it's going to be a little bit more complicated to work out the how to get the string that it will be showing. I do not. So we'll do a range of 1 to 6.
List no suggest. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C users Michael dice roller
and then I will so for each of the faces that is then I'll
map transform integrator off
map
list 1 of 691. Dice roller IntelliJ idea.
Now I'm going to actually name the option will be passed into this function. So side.
Dice roller in.
And then I will get the count for it. So
dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab count.
So I'm going to assign it to a variable or value named C. And it will be
List dice scores list less int.
So
Dice roller int.
dice scores, and I will filter it.
List 1 of 5 filter predicate. List val 1 of 6.
Filter being just taking only the values that will meet this criteria. So that will be
int dice roller IntelliJ ID
equals size.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea space. Right line feed.
And then I want to
list count for collection less dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab select.
And then I want it to return
Vals blank.
This map to be the string of
list site in dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C users Michael dice roller.
No, actually, I don't want it to be side first. I want C.
EDIS.
I want the count.
List dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt
followed by
dice roller IntelliJ EDIS.
I'm going to put that in braces.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea.
Yes. So we can see. So it will be. So let's say the count was 1. It will be, and the side is 6. It would be like 1 6s.
Line feed. Right paren.
And then I need to get it to join it to a string. All of those count values.
List join to string transform. String greater char sequence. Faux. String join to string separator. Dice roller int.
Again, separating with commas.
Right paren. Line feed. Right brace. Space. Dot join to string. Space. Line feed. Right paren.
And I will do the read only.
List read normal. Kotlin dot read only equals bool. Dice roller IntelliJ ID. List true 1 of 1. Dice roller IntelliJ ID app.kt.
And I need to do an on value.
List on value. Dice roller IntelliJ ID app.kt tab.
As I said, actually on value change is a bit silly that I need to specify it, but I do.
Line feed.
And then I will just create a button to roll the dice for us.
Dot blank.
So it
list button on click greater unit modifier
So again, code completion is being helpful, telling me the different options. That looks good.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab.
So we need to specify what happens when the button is clicked.
List 1 of 1 click equals greater unit dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab
and I will assign to dice scores.
List dice scores list dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab.
Dice scores equals, and then I'll call that roll dice function.
List roll dice com.m.
And again, code completion being helpful.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt.
But I only want, as I said, that was going to return a sequence, which is infinite. I only want a certain number, so take
list a string test 1 of 8 n int 40 dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.
Num of dice.
List num of dice dice roller right brace.
So that should be the application all written. I will check for any issues, and that is actually a very useful thing. Is Alt-6 takes you to the problems view for this file.
File 11 tool window panel action tool tree view.
Now some of these will be warnings, some may be errors.
Level 1 app.ktc users Michael dice roller. Level 2 no value passed for parameter content 41 selected 1 of 11.
Okay, and it has told me about something I forgot to do. For the button, what do I want the content to be? I need a text label, don't I?
Assignment type mismatch. Actual type is sequence less int. No value assignment type.
And it's all telling me I assigned the wrong type. So you can see there's definitely some errors there.
Unused import direct.
Whereas unused import, that's just a warning.
Unused import, unused assignment type mismatch. So, actual type.
Let's see if it's going to come up with any suggestions for how I can fix this assignment issue.
List cast expression roll dice dot take to list less int greater 1 of 2. Convert expression to list by inserting dot to list 2 of 2.
That second option seems better in my mind. That it's saying convert expression to list by inserting dot to list. So that sounds a good option. If I press enter on that, did I say I got to these quick options by pressing Alt Enter on the problem?
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. File 11 tool window.
So that demonstrated the some of the quick fixes it can do, and they can actually be pretty useful, as I said. There, if you weren't sure on the language, that would actually help teach you a little bit. Now, the other thing it said that was wrong was not having any
Line feed.
So I will just quickly do that manually.
List text string. Dice roller IntelliJ.
Just a text that says
Roll.
and let's make it interesting. We can use a number of dice.
Num of dice int dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app
And dice. So
dice.
if I now press Alt 6, hopefully all the errors have gone and it's just warning.
File 8 tool window. Open editor pre.
And that's something worth noting, that if it you may need to press tab to get to the actual preview of the problems.
Preview level 1 app level 2 unused import unused call chain on a collection type maybe unused import direct.
So unused imports, again, Alt Enter, see what it suggests.
List optimize imports 1 of 3.
Optimize imports, that's a good one.
Remove unused imports 2 of 3. Enable settings editor. Remove optimize imports 1.
We just do optimize imports.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea. File 8 tool window panel app.kt tab control. File 2 tool window panel action 2.
Going back to the problems view.
Preview level 1 app level 2 call chain on a call chain on a.
So this was what I was saying about IntelliJ can actually help you learn a language. So it's saying that there's a call chain that can be simplified.
Call chain on a collection type may be simplified 30 selected 1 of 2 level 2.
So let's see what its suggestions are.
List merge call chain to join to string 1 of 1.
So it's saying we can merge just to join to string.
Dice roller IntelliJ.
And it's done it for me.
Text field dice text field 1.6 join to string side greater.
So it realized that actually map is basically a transform, and there's a join to string which takes a transform. So we didn't need to do dot map first and then dot join to string.
Mouse equal.
And then there was another one. I know what it is because I deliberately did it so I would have something to demonstrate.
File 1 tool with preview. Level 1 level 2 call chain on a collection type may be simplified.
Now, rather than just doing Alt Enter and the quick option, we can actually press Enter on it and it takes us to that bit of code which is causing the issue.
App.kt tab control. App.kt tab selected C. Users Michael Dice Roller Comp.
And yeah, I can see it is the area I was expecting. It's where I did filter and then count. Well, actually count, there is an option that does take a filter predicate. But even in the code editor, I can now do Alt Enter and it comes up with some quick suggestions.
List merge call chain to count 1 of 11.
And it actually has more than fixes here.
Add explicit type arguments 2 of 11.
So we can do things like add explicit. That's not a fix. That's just it suggesting things you can do.
Convert call chain into sequence 3 of 11. Convert call chain into sequence 3 of 11. Convert to filter index. Convert.
But for fixing, we just want to take this first option.
Add merge call chain to count. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.
I'm thinking it's probably now time. I know there is actually another problem somewhere else in this, but I probably really should get on and actually let you see this run. So if I do Alt EU for
run menu selected, run
the run menu. Now I've actually previously run projects like this, so it's actually suggesting run compose app JS. You may need to go into the Gradle tool if it doesn't have a configuration already worked out, and tell it which Gradle task to run. But I'll press enter on that. It's
app.kt tab.
It will churn away for a little bit because it takes some time to compile the web version. When it's ready, it will pop open my browser. So it will churn away. Now, while it churns away, I'll quickly mention that I have created a list of hotkeys and some other useful hints in a file. So if you sort of like listening to this and watching and you sort of going, what was that hotkey? It may be worth getting that file, and it's got information about those accessibility settings I said right at the beginning, and some useful hotkeys, that the ones I think that are most useful. Yeah, it's still churning away. As I said, it does take a little bit the first time to compile a composed web app. There is a lot in there. Could quickly show you the build tool while it's doing it, so you can actually see the progress of it building. If you go to the view menu under tools, and actually I could have just done Alt for thinking about it.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app. Build results stream view. Level 1 dice roller finished at 30 slash.
Oh, okay, it's telling me it's finished.
Screen sharing meeting control dice roller app.kt dice roller.compose app.com and main column 1 dice roller.
Maybe it's
editor edit multi-line 8 actionable tasks. 8 actionable build successful in 1M47s.
So it's telling me it's successful. So why didn't it pop open the browser window? I'll show you running it on Gradle. So again, in the view menu under tools.
View menu select backup appeal code data endpoint Gradle. Dice roller IntelliJ idea sync to.
Let's go to where the tasks are by pressing tab.
Link Gradle execute toggle off analyze show expand collapse or build to tree view. Dice roller select level 2 tasks selected collapse.
Let's run the desktop version.
Level 3 binarium selected build set compose selected collapsed 4 of compose desktop selected collapsed 5 on 14 level 3.
Under compose desktop.
Level 4 check runtime create distro create release create flatten notarized package select package DM.
So you can see lots of different tasks that Gradle can run: packaging DMGs,
package
distributions,
package dem selected package MSI selected
packaging MSI for Windows,
package release dem select package release package prepare app resource product run selected 22 of 20.
Let's say run.
Run distributable selected 23 of 27 level 4. Run selected 22 of 27 level 4. Screen share dice roller app.kt dice roller IntelliJ ID. Dice roller run tool window panel console tab control console tab. Level 1 dice level 2 compilation error unexpected exception selected 2 of 2 level.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a compiler compilation error.
Compose app compile Kotlin JVM unexpected exception selected 1 of level 1 dice roller run fail.
I don't know why I'm getting that. I'll go back to the web application then.
View menu selected tool commit project run all debug problems struct service git alt AIC build coverage data endpoint Gradle. Dice roller IntelliJ execute toggle off analyze show diagram button expand all collapse all build tools tree view level 4 unselected level compose hot ruler help select hide selected Kotlin browser node other select run selected collapsed 30 level 4 JVM run selected JVM level 3 verification selected level 4 JVM run selected JVM run task.
Maybe JVM run will do it.
JVM run selected JVM run task for target JVM and compilation main. This task can act as carrier for the IDE to execute JVM based code 1 of 1 level 4. Dice roller JVM compose app compile Kotlin JVM compilation error unexpected exception select.
Okay, it really doesn't seem to want to run the desktop version.
View menu appear quick show show bytecode quick appearance tool with commit alter do terminal profile notice learn higher Gradle. Dice roller IntelliJ idea dice roller show expand or collapse or build to tree view level 4 level 3 verify level 2 compose app selected collapsed compose level 3 tasks dependencies task level 4 binarium select build selected compose selected compose desktop selected.
I realized what I did. That yeah, I needed to run the task on the compose app.
Level 5 check Create that notary packet reprod run distributed run selected 22 of 20.
That may be better. Let's see.
Dice roller compose app. Compose app. Compilation error. Compose app. Compilation error. Console tab. Console tab. Screen sharing me dice roller app.kt dice screen sharing dice roller app.console.
Okay.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C. Users Michael dice roller compose app src common main Kotlin com example dice roller app.
Okay, I'm not
run
sure
anything
why
panel
it's
edit run.
not running it.
Screen sharing me dice roller app.kt screen share dice roller read only equal $C$sign S.
There was something else I wanted to show, so I will quickly get to that as we're getting a bit close to time.
Read only equals true.
So some of the tools that you can do when you need to then modify your code, IntelliJ will do a lot of things that allows you to change your code without breaking things. So the one I will show is adding a parameter into the function, the roll dice function.
Button on click equals dice scores equals roll dice dot take num of dice dot to list.
So if I go to that, and using Control B, as I said,
dice.kt tab selected C.
To it, and in the refactor menu,
code refactor this Alt plus Control plus Shift.
We will find change signature.
Rename rename file change signature G dice change signature.
So this allows me to change how that function is declared.
Preview button Alt cancel but visibility combo box public collapsed Alt plus V.
So I could change the visibility of it.
Name edit multi-line.
Could change the name.
Return type edit multi-line sequence less int greater.
The type
add button
that it returns, and then there's a bit here for parameter.
Table add button.
And I will do add.
Editor edit multi-line blank.
So I will take in a how many sides of the dice I want it to be. So I'll call it sides.
Sides editor edit multi-line blank.
Of type int.
List in Kotlin 1 of 96. Editor edit multi-line in.
And I will give it a default value.
Editor edit multi-line blank.
Of 6.
6 checkbox not checked.
And there's a couple of boxes here as to Kotlin allows for optional parameters, which I won't use this time because I want to actually show you when it, if you don't, how it will fill in that default value at the everywhere that's calling it.
Editor edit multi-line 6.
So,
change signature dialog, change signature name, signature preview edit.
So
help
now
button, signature.
There's a preview there, so that will show me what the signature will look like. That looks all good. And I'll go to refactor.
Help button, refactor button, Alt plus R.
And if I press space on that.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea, dice.kt tab control, dice.kt tab selected C. Users Michael dice roller.
And while we're at it, in this file, I will quickly make the that range there use rather than
6, right paren,
the number
6.
of sides.
List sides int 1, dice roller IntelliJ idea, dice.ks, right paren.
Quick check with Alt 6, see if there's any problems.
File 1 to show quick fixes, open at preview. Level 1, level 2 fun now, instant is deprecated, use clock.
So it's telling me about a deprecated function that I used. Again, I knew that one in advance. I put it in deliberately. If I press Alt Enter.
List replace with clock dot.
And you see it's telling me of a possible replacement. Yeah.
Dice roller in.
And that's what I was saying about how it can help you learn a language, learn what's new, what's changed. Hopefully there's now not.
File 2 tool window panel action open 3 level 2 unresolved reference clock :7 selected
okay.
1 of 2.
It's yeah, although it's changed it, it's not actually done the import for me. So
list import class clock 1 of.
I can get it to do the import.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea file 2 tool window panel. File 1 tool window open level 2 unused import directive :6 select list optimize it dice roller IntelliJ.
So now should be no warnings.
File tool window panel at 3 action tool up 3. Dice.kt tab cont.
Okay, so now if I
Import
go
Kotlin.
to the function and then see what's calling
Import lan private val rand equals lan fun roll dice size int b.
it, we should see that it will have filled in that 6.
Dice roller intel level 2 app.kt tab control app.kt tab selected C. Users Michael dice roller compose app src common main Kotlin com example dice roller app.kt 2 of
Which
10
it
editor
has
for
done.
app.kt edit multi-line.
It has filled in that 6 for us, so that is good. Let's say though we want this to be that 6, let's make it sort of more common using a variable. So because there's 2 6s in here, the bit where I do the counting, the number of for each number of sides, and also here. So
left 6.
I'll select that
6 selected.
and then again in refactor we got extract variable.
Code menu selected. Rename change extract slash introduce inline function alt plus move in extra function interface super variable alt plus control plus v.
Yeah. So extract variable.
List dice scores equals roll dice 6 dot take num of dice dot to list 1 of 4.
Just trying to work out why it's if that's one of the slight accessibility issues it sometimes has, that it doesn't quite tell you what it's changed. Let's just change it. See if
Dice roller IntelliJ idea read only button on click equals dice scores equals roll dice 6 dot take num of dice left paren 6 6 right paren 6.
Not changed it, so not sure
6
why.
selected. Code menu rename changed extract slash function super variable list dice scores equals roll dice 6 dot take dice scores equals roll dice 6
I
dot.
know what it was. Okay, yes, it is a slight accessibility thing that I hadn't realized. It was asking which bit of code I want to.
Dice roller IntelliJ idea 6 right paren 6 6 selected. Code menu selected. Rename change extract function super variable constant alt plus dice roller list I 1 of 3.
Okay, I'm going to extract it as yeah, constant. That's good enough.
No suggestions 1 of 1. Dice roller IntelliJ idea app.kt tab control app lan private const val size equals 6.
So it's extracted that, and if I go to the bottom, we'll see that it should have used that in the function call.
Text roll $num of dice. Button on text roll $num button on click equals dice scores equals roll dice sides dot take num of dice dot to list.
It has used that. I had been hoping that sometimes it identifies if there's that bit of code multiple times and it will suggest replace all occurrences, but
read only equals
did this time. So
$$sign s val c equals dice scores dot quantity text field 1 dot sides dot.
Oh, it has actually done it for me. It's replaced the 6 also in the counting bit. So that is the sort of useful things it can do. I think it's now probably time to be just wrapping this up. That, as I said, it's just been, in a way, it's just scraping the surface of what these tools can actually do. But hopefully it's helped show you how they can help you, particularly when your project gets big, multiple files. You've got easy ways of jumping around. You can change code, and you can be confident that you're not going to break things because the tool will help you change other bits that are relying on that bit of code and things like that. And as I said, that for me, these tools really help in doing all of that sort of stuff. And I'd encourage you just to get into them and explore and see all the things it can do.
So, Michael, I witnessed quite a lot of on the fly problem solving. Like, you knew what you wanted to do, you had a plan, first of all, and as you were going through, you had to tweak things, you had to jump back and forth, you had to think on the fly of why something might be not working well and try it in multiple different locations. That's just showing me a lot of forward thinking, planning skills, problem solving skills. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there was a lot there. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I had a question for you.
Okay.
How did you first get started in this career of yours in coding?
In software development, in fact, it's actually a bit of the Braille translation stuff that I did physics at university, and here in the UK, we've got our own Braille maths code, and that really was not supported back in, it was like 2003 through to 2007. Yes, there was a little bit of support in some of the existing Braille translation stuff then. Um, but it wasn't good. We get things like sometimes I'd get a sort of set of lecture notes and it just cut off halfway through because the software saw a bit of latex that it didn't like and just decided to stop. So then I thought, surely there must be some better way of doing this. I'd done a little bit of programming at school. Um, so I went off and decided to learn Python and try and do something that would do the specific task I wanted, I guess is the way I put it. Not a general tool. I sort of said, I want this to work for me. Um, that was my, I guess, my way of just scoping it, not letting it get out of hand while I was trying to do my physics degree. And then as I did that, it seemed, yeah, this is useful. And I think that's where I got my real interest, I'd say, in software development.
That's great. I've heard a lot of stories kind of similar to that, where people will say, "This isn't working for me. Surely there's a better way," and finding a way to do it. Um, would you so you started off learning Python. Would you say that there's you once you understand the structure, the logic, how code kind of works and flows, uh, that's the main thing you need to learn, and then learning a language off of that would
Um, yes, that's a very good question because there's two sort of sides of this. That yes, there's known sort of the general skills of just sort of being able to logically think and sort of the problem solving, breaking the task down. That's all good skills, and actually, I possibly would argue that's why physicists make good software developers. It's a joke that whenever you meet a physicist or you meet a software engineer, you go, "So where did you do physics?" The two seem to be quite linked. So yes, the generic skills are good, but equally, different programming languages have quite different ideas. That say take something like Python, it's very object orientated. Um, with this, even with the stuff I've been doing, you probably would not write this sort of style in Python. The compose sort of UI, where you're passing in lots of lambdas, snippets of code, you're passing that to something else to do something with it. So Kotlin is a little bit different. It's got its type system, whereas Python doesn't have a type, or it's dynamically typed, I guess is the oh, then you go very weird where you get into like the pure functional programming languages like Haskell, and things just become very weird if you've learned something like Python, as it's an entirely different way of thinking.
good.
So sometimes it's good just to learn multiple languages to sort of encourage that thinking in different ways.
I like that. Thinking in different ways. We could use that. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I think this is a great thing to show people that the option is out there and how it can be used. The document that Michael mentioned with the shortcut keys and some of the accessibility features is in the Hive professional community for accessible coding under the handouts for the National Coding Symposium 2025. So thank you very much, Michael. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ah,
Michael's contact and all of our presentations are shared in our, we have the documents that are accessible, and also any of the resources are shared on our Google Drive. So feel free to peruse. And if you have any questions and feedback, we're always available to you all. So again, we're very appreciative for having Michael here today and sharing with us.